Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. I wanted to come on here, by the way, second live. Look at me doing what I said I would do, and I haven't evaporated into thin air, so I think I'll survive. I wanted to come on here and tell you guys something new that I did this week with homeschool, and my daughter really liked it. It was something simple, and I think we're gonna keep going with it for the rest of the year. And I really do think it'll be helpful during my maternity leave. Yeah, I'm gonna call it maternity leave. My time post baby, when my husband will be taking over the homeschool duties. I did a list for her. So I marked off, or I wrote down just a few things that she should be doing for the day. I told her she could, whatever order she wants. And here's a better view. She actually just checked off. So we did an I Am Amazing worksheet and coloring page. She had to do Alexia worksheet, Alexia computer one. I put one lesson because I don't want her on the computer for too long. I don't want her getting too much screen time. And math with confidence, just going on to the next lesson. And then art, we're learning about the screen painting. Forgive me, I don't remember the painter's name who painted the Scream, but I'm sure somebody will let me know. Anyway, so every night I would write down exactly what I wanted her to work on the next day. And we're just getting into the groove of homeschool. Over Christmas break, we only did one lesson a day. I just went back and forth between math and language arts and reading. So we just kind of cycle through those three things, one of those a day, and then just I would let her watch either a brain pop video or we would do an art project, and I would count that as school just to give her some, you know, time off, but still learning. That way, when we get back into the thick of things for homeschool, she's not overwhelmed with having to go back to learning and having to sit down for, a few hours a day. With the list, I wanted to go back with two main topics for the week. So I was focusing on language arts and math, or reading and language arts, just kind of flipping between those three again. And that is why we were doing the math with confidence, and then we would do the Lexia, or we would do treasure hunt reading with Lexia. I did a mystery science one of those days. Anywho, I would leave the list at the table every night, and with a pencil, and then put all the things that I have on the list. So if she needs a computer, her computer is out, all of her workbooks are out, all the worksheets that she needs, everything is printed off already, ready to go. I told her, once you're done eating your breakfast Pop-Tart, because they eat a Pop-Tart before they actually eat breakfast, my kids, go look at your list, which is right there at your seat. Look at your list and decide what you want to do first. She usually would just start with whatever I wrote first, because that's what she saw first. Go ahead and do that, and then cross it off when you're done. At first, she was just crossing off everything. She didn't understand how a list worked. And I told her on Thursday, you actually have to do the thing and then cross it off. She said, oh, I didn't know that. It's okay. I didn't tell you. I mean, I told her, I just didn't explain it very well. That's better verbiage there. I told her, I realized I didn't explain it. And yes, she told me last night, well, actually, no, it would be Thursday night now, because it's already Saturday morning. She told me Thursday night, I can't wait to see what we're going to do for school. She had told me on Tuesday, I like having a list and knowing what we're going to do for the day. Because normally I would write this stuff down anyway, but I would keep it for myself. So she feels more independent with this, and I also think It will help, again, when her dad takes over homeschool, just while I'm on maternity leave. I want to make that clear. It's just while I'm on maternity leave. I'm not expecting my husband to homeschool and work his corporate job while I take care of the kids. That doesn't make any sense, right? No, I will still be doing homeschool. I just need a few weeks off after the baby. But yes, I think this will help them both because I can write out the list for at least a week in advance. At least. I have faith in myself that I could do that. And then little mama can go through and check off her things, anything that she needs help with. You know, her dad will be right there to help her because a lot of these things she can do independently, like the Lexia worksheets, the Lexia computer assignments. She'll ask if she needs help. Math with confidence, you have to be present because you have to teach that lesson. Like, it's very hands-on. There's the games are the math games within the lessons are for two people. So there's no way that she could do that on her own. I don't expect her to read the workbook either and teach herself. No, 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 no. But like playing a language arts game on the computer, she's got that. She just lets me know if she can't understand the concept that they're asking for, or doesn't know what's going on. She's like, I don't understand this. Then I'll jump in and help her. And also, it'll be good because I'll have it all written out for the week in theory. We're going to execute this, though. We are going to execute. But I'll still give myself grace. So in theory, I'll have this list for the week. I can sit down with my husband and say, okay, so this is what this is. I can mark off the pages with sticky notes on what worksheets to do and put like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. And go through the math of confidence lesson. You know, this is what I do when I read it. But of course, just as long as she understands the concept, that's all I care about. I don't care if you do a little different. And showing him how to get into the different programs like the Mystery Science, the Brain Pot, and the World Book Online, things like that. So he'll be able to easily maneuver. Although my daughter is also very capable of getting to those sites. I've taught her how to go to her main page on Clever, and then this is how you get to treasure hunt reading. Okay, do you know how to get to Lexia? Do you know how to get to Brain Pop? Do you know how to get to this and that? So she's very aware. I'll also teach her how to get to her art and history section because we haven't really went over that. I haven't really focused on history this year. Well, I should say in 2023. So for 2024, I want to get into the history lessons. My uncle is actually a high school history teacher. Fun fact, I originally wanted to be a high school history teacher. My original degree was history degree. Did not get that degree, but that's another story for another day. So I understand the importance of history. It's actually my favorite subject. However, not ready to teach it to her yet. So my uncle suggested that I start with communities and teaching her about the different communities and just the basic concept of how a community runs and how that can further expand into government and branch off from there rather than getting into intense topics. And he also suggested focusing on a few people, a few historical characters, or not characters, a few historical people, and just letting her research them and getting to know them. And it doesn't have to be, doesn't have to be George Washington, right? It could be somebody recent. So yes, that is my plan for 2024. The second half of first grade, going into second grade, we'll ease our way into history. And there's also some history programs that I am looking to purchase with my ESA funding. Yes. That I think will be very beneficial for me. And that is my newest addition for homeschool. Very simple. Just essentially giving the list that I would write for myself to my daughter, but making it more legible. So no shorthand, writing everything out so she knows exactly what I mean. I'm gonna say it. And, letting her choose what she does first and giving her the autonomy of her time and the ownership of what she's done. She likes it so far. Hopefully it helps her feel independent. I think it is. And we can continue doing it. She didn't do any schoolwork yesterday, though. I'm going to be honest. I had it written down, and it was like 11:30. I said, no, she haven't touched her schoolwork. Oh, I'm sorry. But she was having a good time building different instrument. What was she building? What did she call? She said she was building a pulley? I don't know. Her and her sister were trying to create a rope system for their dolls so they could take them from upstairs to downstairs just by lowering them. Anywho, she was very focused on that, but it's fine. I told her we could do just a little bit over the weekend, and then she's all set to go. That's my homeschool update. It's the newest thing I'm doing, and also what I plan on doing for the rest of the year with history and my maternity leave. So now y'all know she will still be learning while I am out for the count at least 3 weeks. Well, actually, at least 2 weeks. I'm gonna push for 3 weeks. That's a more accurate statement. My midwife always suggests that I take 2 weeks in the bed, not really doing anything other than getting up, for showers, to clean the baby, and obviously to use the restroom. But she wants everyone around me to bring me my meals and my water and such, because the more you rest after you have a baby, the faster you heal. Fun fact. My second? Yes, with my second child, I attempted to do laundry on day 3 because I felt good and my bleeding was very minimal. And I did a load. I did. I think I tidied up the living room. And I woke up the next day and I was extremely exhausted and my bleeding increased. So I just set myself back. Fantastic. And after that, I learned my lesson, and with my third, I sat nice and pretty in the bed for like a week and a half, if I'm being honest. I was still doing stuff towards the tail end. But I'm going to be more focused this time. 2 weeks. Maybe 3. Just going to be me and the baby in the room, in the bed, and, everybody else will be moving and grooving and doing their thing. Obviously, the kids can come in my room and hang out with me and ask me questions about school or whatever. I was supposed to say watch TV, but I haven't set up my television yet. I don't know if I will. I think I might just be like, I'll just watch stuff on my phone, work, type up some blog posts, things of that nature. Have y'all picked a word for the year? Or started your vision boards, or put out your, what is it called that you do? Your resolutions? I was very anxious about making resolutions this year. I don't know why. I couldn't do it. So I haven't written any resolutions. I think my word for the year will be gratitude, though. Not gratitude, though. My word for the year will be gratitude. It's going to be a tough year, but I need to be mindful of how fortunate I am. And I know it's going to be a tough year. I'm just being honest. Bringing in a 4th baby, postpartum is hard. Trying to get back in shape physically, and your hormones are all over the place. Your emotions are woo, woo, woo. Mentally, you're drained. You're exhausted. And on top of that, I got 3 other kids. And I'm homeschooling. It's going to be a rough year. It's going to be tough mentally and physically. But I need to just make an effort to remind myself every day of how fortunate I am and just be grateful for what I do have. So that's my word for the year, because I know that I need to focus on that. Because I think that's going to help me get through the tough times. Ooh. Whew. I, I don't know what I'm doing. This baby come out, y'all. Oh, goodness gracious. I wonder what your word is for the year. If you have a word of the year, if you did. What is it? What is it? Again, resolutions. Did you do a resolution? If so, please let me know in the comments. All right, I am going to get a little bit more rest before my day starts. I understand it's super early in the morning, but I've been up. So I'm going to go to sleep, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day or night if you're watching this at night. All right, y'all. I don't know. Oh, there it is. See ya.